Hi, I'm Sarah.
And I'm David. Let's talk about The Traitors, Season 4, right? Episodes 4 and 5.
Yes.
Yes.
I believe that is correct.
Yes.
Some things happen, so let's do it. But first, if you're new to this channel, please click subscribe and give this video a thumbs up.
And we're on Patreon. You can support us there, patreon.com/nerdtainment.
Yes. So, episode 4 starts with breakfast after the cliffhanger.
The dramatic murder not in plain sight, but murder face to face.
Murder face to face while you're wrapped up with a tree.
Right. So the faithfuls, of course, are like, what happened? Because remember last season, right? With Caroline and the whole thing. So now the faithfuls know. We got to ask every single person what happened. Bless you.
Oh.
And I think the producers know too.
Uh-huh.
We got to make sure that these traders know kind of the mechanics of this.
Yeah, so last season, Alan did it. It wasn't like traitor face-to-face, right?
I think maybe the traders came in after or something like. Yeah, there was a part of it that the traders weren't involved.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the producers were like, got it, never again. So this time, the traders did go to each tree. So everyone should have the same story.
Right.
And boy, was Lisa Rinna ready to tell her story.
Yeah. She's like, I have been practicing with the producers.
Yep.
And they actually took me back to when I would have been tied up to the tree. And what that man looked like.
Yes.
And I'm ready to go.
Yeah. She's like, there's an axe. There's a man with a mask. We're tied to a tree. We're dramatically saying things.
Yeah. Well, she actually brings up the axe, I think, and Ron had not.
So, of course.
Everyone's like, well, that feels like a big detail to
Ron,
leave out. Because everyone's still hot on Ron being a traitor. And Eric has a theory that he's going to tell us about. He's not going to tell us what it is, but he heard a laugh.
Yeah, and I thought because they're not telling us, they hold it. I was like, oh, he must be onto something. He heard a laugh. It must be
I was like, it's Lisa Rinna. She's like, she has to have some sort of cackle that is like very recognizable, you know?
But you have to imagine if you are one of the traders traipsing around through the forest doing this, you're not actually going to laugh your full laugh.
It's going to be like a chuckle.
Yeah, whoever started to laugh muffled it. They were like...
Yes.
So it's not going to actually be that person.
Well, he's certain.
Okay. We're not there yet.
They show us that Caroline got murdered. And Lisa Rinna's like, back to Dubai you go.
Caroline said, Rinna, you bitch.
Because it's a whole thing. They wanted to murder a housewife to throw the scent off the housewives, right? So it was a strategic move. Colton at breakfast is, of course, devastated because he's the one who left Caroline in the cage and couldn't stack his,
Yeah, Mr. Shaky Hands.
Yeah, Tower of Skulls.
That's on you.
And Tiffany's like, I think it's Ron. I think it's Jam, I think it's Michael. And I'm like, girlfriend, you are so out of here. Like, I was worried about you going into this episode. And this moment, I was like, you're gone.
Oh.
If you're throwing out with certainty that you know who 3 people are, and that comes back to Get Her, where people are like, why are you so sure it's these 3?
Yeah.
We're all grasping for one right now. And you've got a whole lineup that you're certain about?
Whole lineup. It is like, oh, wow, here I am trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
And you think you have the whole game. You're like, dang, okay, what am I missing?
Yeah.
I did think, so when they were doing the murder face-to-face, and like, we get it, you had to take out a housewife to kind of shield you guys, but they don't say that. They have to do this whole acting that they clearly were produced to do, where they were like, you talk too much. When they actually took Caroline out at the tree.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Well, they were just being like, see you in Dubai. No, you won't. Like, all of that was so extra.
Right.
Like, just say, sorry, girl.
You're a housewife.
You're a housewife, and we're housewives, so we had to do it.
Right.
Like, I was like, why are we pretending to be all tough when there was actually some strategy to it?
Yeah. And you know what? I got to say, speaking of strategy, if I'm watching the show as a celebrity who wants to go on Traitors, I'm clocking this moment with Eric, even though, like, it doesn't pan out exactly how he thinks it's going to. The fact that a traitor laughed, first of all, is, like, kind of wild. And I think initially when they did this big theatrics at the end of the last episode, I was like, oh, this is so, like, they have to do this. It's just TV. But Eric came up with something so surprising that he made someone chuckle. So I think future faithfuls take note.
Oh,
when
yeah.
you're in these moments, try to catch them off guard and hear a noise, get a response, something. Like every moment you can sort of be gleaning information if you can,
For sure. I wish they had shown us what the laugh was. Mm-hmm. And then we'd have been like, oh, it was Lisa. And then we'd be ready for him to drop the name Lisa.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Right.
And he drops a different name. Mm-hmm. But we don't get the actual receipts.
We don't. We're going to go to the castle now. We're going to see Tiffany pitching her trio around to Kristen. I'm a little confused. Initially, I was like, why did she think it would be all men? But I guess Donna was the secret traitor. So maybe she's like...
Yeah.
Because we have 3 female and 1 male traitor to begin with here. So I guess just as easily it could be the opposite.
Right.
And then we see Colton, who's riding high.
Ready to go.
He's ready to take a big swing, and he's coming for Tiffany as we knew he would.
He is, at this point, coming in so hot that I'm like, oh, yeah, he is Pilot Pete, right?
Yeah.
He's just like, I'm going to steamroll this, and it's just not going to last.
I'm the faithful of all faithfuls.
Right. Which is just, you can't really last the whole game when you go that route. Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah.
But anyway, fine.
Then we're going to go on this mission. On the way to the mission, the Tiffany thing is getting socialized. Candace gets wind of it, and Candace is inclined to save Tiffany because we've seen them buddy-buddy already this season. They're kind of always arm in arm. They seem to like have connected fairly quickly. I don't think they knew each other before, but they're like a little duo. And I'm sure Candace is like, I would love to keep Tiffany close to me because I think that's going to keep me safe and etc. But this mission is about setting the effigies on fire, and they have to scream each other's names when they do it.
Unshield whoever. So everyone has started shielding, but once what do they have to find? They have to find something to do. A spear?
Yeah, they find the spears.
They find the spear, then they're going to go...
What were the dolls about? I missed what the dolls were for. They kept being like, there's a
dolls?
Doll. And I'm like, what is that for?
Okay. Was that near a shield? If you saw a doll, it was near the shield?
Yeah.
Or the spear?
The spear.
I don't know, but boy,
either.
do I love someone running and yelling a name.
Tiffany was my favorite. Monet! Stabbing that spear in the thing. I mean, Monet has the name that's like made for screaming, you know?
So we're just going to go down a list.
Yeah.
I think it's Ron, and then Tiffany, Monet, Michael, Tara, Steven. And I said, who?
You will never remember
I don't
him.
know who Steven is.
Laguna Beach icon.
I understand that there is a person there that was on Laguna Beach.
And One Tree Hill.
But I don't retain his name as Steven. Like, when I hear the name Steven, I'm like, there's a Steven on the cast? Just call him One Tree Hill. Or Laguna Beach. Or Kristen's ex. Like, I just can't. I don't know who Steven is. Okay.
Then it's Lisa. Maura, Johnny Weir, and then Jam Jam.
Yeah, and like only those last few is it like kind of strategic. I feel like they're just doing people.
Yeah, I mean like Tiffany's pissed that Monet de-shielded her, so she returns the favor kind of thing.
Right.
But the last one, Jam Jam's like, don't do it.
Yeah.
I'm in danger.
Once again, Jam Jam's like, but they're going to do it. They're going to do it. Because there is a little suspicion on him.
There is, and rightfully so.
Yes. And so people do need to be thinking about that. And I do appreciate that this cast does think about things. Mm-hmm. We have had casts in the past
who don't.
Did not. Mm-hmm. Just did not.
Yeah.
And we are at least trying to think about things.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then in the car, Maura finds out that Ron came for her. I forget exactly when Ron came for her. Must have been in the castle before the mission.
Yeah.
But I'm so confounded by the way Ron is playing this game.
Yeah. Oh,
this episode and the next one.
Yep. Okay. I love Ron.
Me
I think
too.
I've already said that. I was a fan of him as a comedian.
Yeah.
And I felt really bad that he from the get-go was kind of pushed out.
I know. Yeah, because it's like he doesn't really know anybody.
But now I'm like, what are we doing, Ron?
What are we doing?
Just chill the F out.
Oh.
You messed up your first time. You don't need to come to the round table prepared for someone every single time.
The thing about this show is that it's only about making it to the end. there's no game that you have to play along the way to impress a jury and get votes and all of the things.
Yeah.
You just got to make it.
You got to
This
make
is
it.
a game built for laying low until the
Yes.
finals, where maybe you need to be like, you know what? I've thought about you all along and I think you're a traitor and it's time to get you.
Be like, wow, I was so wrong that first time. I don't know what to think.
Right.
What do you guys think this person? Okay.
Okay, great.
I'm on board.
Yeah.
Like, try to get some allies. Like,
I know.
Now he is similar to Eric because he was on a tree, wrapped up, heard the traitors come to him.
Yeah.
And because it was light footsteps.
Light footsteps, that's what it was. That's right. It was a breakfast.
It's Maura.
It's
which
Maura.
Maura does seem to be like the tiniest of tiny people. But
so is Candace.
And Lisa Rinna.
Yeah.
These are tiny petite ladies.
Yeah.
You are right. So say it's probably a lady.
Mm-hmm.
There were at least a couple ladies because those were some light ass footsteps.
Yeah.
But he's like, nope, must be Maura.
Must be Maura.
Oh my God, Ron.
Okay. So then Castle again, Colton's after Tiffany. He tells Jam Jam that Tiffany's been dragging him, right? So Colton's now like, as they say, I love how they're like, oh, he's out here whipping votes. They're talking about it like it's Congress now. So he's whipping votes. Candace is not pleased that she's like witnessing this. And going into this round table, Tiffany gives us a confessional moment where she's like, look, I have my theories, but I'm not going to be the front face of this, even though she kind of...
I mean, she is.
But she's says...
trying not to be at the round table.
Those leading the charge tend to get in trouble. And it's coming after all of this, like, Colton whipping votes for Tiffany. And so in that moment, I wondered, like, is she going to turn this around on him?
Yeah.
And somehow get him in trouble for leading some charge against her.
Right. Which I was thinking, she's right. Those who lead these charges are not long for the game. Colton is on that path.
And he's not long for the game.
Not long for the game.
He's not.
No. So we are at the round table?
We're at the round table. It happens very quickly.
Did you notice that you say round table and I say round table?
Oh, round table.
I just
round
heard it.
table.
Round table.
Knights of the Round
Table.
Table.
And I think you say round table.
Yeah, I say Knights of the Round Table. And you say Knights of the Round Table.
We're just giving it to you guys.
I kind of like the way you say it now.
Okay.
Because round is modifying table. It's a round table.
It's a round table.
It's not a square table. It's a round table.
No. And so let's say round... No.
Okay, I like it. But Colton's like, Tiffany, you're a traitor.
Oh my God, he comes hard.
And she's like... At first, she's calm. And she's like, Sweetie. That actually makes no sense.
None.
Ian and Rob were my number ones in this game.
I'm not taking them out.
I wouldn't go for them, but you know who would? Jam Jam.
And Jam Jam's like, what? No.
He's like, when did I get brought into this?
Yeah, she does start out, I mean, she's just completely shocked. She had no idea he was coming for her.
Yeah.
So she starts with a little bit of game. And he even says, like, he insults her little whatever she said about Ian. Like, being upset about Ian. He was like, that was fake or whatever. Yeah. And I was like, no, sir.
So she eventually gets to, I'm smarter than you. And then she, like, she's like, no, I'm smarter than you. Like, she's not necessarily, I'm the smartest person here, but she's like, but I am smarter than you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so then essentially he's like, well, let me know how to spell your name because I'm going to write it down.
Oh my God.
Tiffany, like the company.
I was like, oh my God. I mean, he did, he is coming in hot. I mean, he told us earlier if he's going to go out, he doesn't want to go out like a bitch. And I was like, I'm not sure I follow the mentality here, but he is coming in hot as to not be a bitch, I guess.
Right.
And it doesn't just let him steamroll her.
No.
And he obviously holds his own, but like he did look like he had no idea she was going to like be able to come. Like,
yeah. No,
sir,
he was a little shell-shocked.
Yeah.
But he still, I think, composed himself and like got his points across. And it didn't look great for her, honestly. But the nail...
Well, it only didn't look great once Eric chimed in.
Maura tries to be like, so Ron, and everyone's like, shut up. So then Eric's like, sorry, I was on the tree. I heard a laugh, and that laugh was you. Boom. Cut to black, right? And then they come back, and I knew in my soul he was going to say Lisa Rinna, and it was going to turn this whole thing around.
Yes.
But he says Tiffany.
I was like,
where did he get Tiffany?
Oh, sir. And I love that he's like, in case y'all don't know who I am, I'm a musician. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, thank you for reminding me, because I didn't remember.
That's great, because you have ears and none of us do have ears.
Yeah, he's like, I really hear.
Yeah.
These insured right here. And so when I hear a laugh, I know a laugh.
Yeah.
Cut to Tiffany. I was like, sir, oh no.
It's bad. It's really bad. And she doesn't even know what to do with that. I wouldn't know what to do with it either.
I don't know what to do with that for sure. But unfortunately, he's wrong. But I love that we're like bringing actual evidence to the table this year.
Yeah.
Someone misspoke. Vote their butt out. I don't care if it was an accident. You thought you recognized a laugh. Vote them out. Like, that is the game. It's better than
here's the thing.
Colton's read.
You said, I wish they'd had the laugh so we could have seen it.
Yeah.
There's a chance nobody laughed.
Yeah.
And Eric just said that because he wanted to make a move and get Tiffany out.
No, I don't believe that.
But, like, you could do that. Nobody was there. And the traitors aren't going to say anything.
What if it was production? That's why we didn't.
It could have been a producer.
It was a producer.
So that's the thing.
It was the Axeman. Who knows?
If I'm in a private moment with 3 traitors who I know are not going to pipe up to defend themselves because then they'll give away that they're a traitor, I'm going to say whatever I need to say.
Oh, that's fair. That is a good point.
I actually heard whispers, and it was Ron.
But you know what? When that person leaves and it's not a traitor, you don't look so reliable.
True.
But if I'm a traitor, I mean, it's not a bad game. Because you're at least keeping yourself in the game a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not going to look good for Tiffany after this.
Yeah.
There's not a lot we can do.
I mean, she starts to cry because she realizes what is happening. And she's basically like, y'all, I need this money. Mm-hmm. Like, y'all are all famous, rich reality stars. I played one season of Big Brother and I lost. Like, I really could use this money, and that's why I'm here.
She was the greatest player that season.
She was. She should have won.
Yep.
Candace is defending her, and she's like, don't cry. I'm going to cry. It's like, and then they cut to Tara Lipinski, and she's crying.
Yes,
like,
and Candace also was like, did we forget about Ron?
Yeah.
Y'all. Remember how we have been on Ron since the beginning?
I was like, is the tide going to shift here to Ron?
She was like, please don't be distracted.
Yeah.
It's all about Ron. But no.
It's almost all Tiffany, the votes. Yep. It is damning. Eric, I think, really did that. I think Colton, laid the groundwork.
For sure.
But then the fact that Eric, totally separately, it had nothing to do with Colton's points, evidence, argument. It was, wholly independent. So when 2 people are coming at you from different sides, it's kind of impossible to defend yourself at that point.
Yeah, for sure.
So
the vote is Tiffany goes. I, of course, am bummed to lose Tiffany.
Yeah.
But, of course, she's going to stand up there and say she's a faithful.
Y'all don't deserve me.
Peace out. Bye.
Goodbye.
And Eric and Colton are like, huh?
At this point, if I'm a faithful, I'm doing this. Colton? Eric? What do we have to say for ourselves here?
What happened?
I mean, it's silent at the table.
It really is, yeah.
Isn't this the one where Candace was like, are we going to get up?
Yeah. This is shook. They went in for Tiffany. She was faithful, and everybody was just floored and silent. They do eventually leave. But to your point, Colton should be on chill the F out.
Just like Ron should be on chill the F out.
Yes.
You take a swing and you miss, you need to lay low.
Retreat.
Colton literally says, I'm not going to stop taking risks. That is not how I am. I play hard. I'm never going to stop. And I'm just like, I hope you're not saying that to anyone in the castle. Because if you are, and I'm a faithful, I'm like, well, I don't want to wait around for you to take a swing at me and miss.
Right.
So I got to get you out of here if you're going to act like this. Yeah.
As if it's fact, and it's just not.
It's okay to acknowledge that you made a mistake, and maybe you need to take a step back and reassess how you're reading people.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Uh-huh.
But he's not going to do that.
No.
So when we get to the turret, there's a debate over Johnny, Monet, Tara, Maura, and Steven. This, to me, is like random.
Well, they start with, well, we're not going to kill Ron or Michael. So take them off the list. Or Jam Jam. Yep. Yeah. They're just like, clear. And I was like, fair.
Yeah.
Don't kill any of them. But Monet had said Lisa's name.
Yeah.
To just Candace.
Just Candace.
And so brief. Mm-hmm. But it was enough for them to be like, oh. And I thought, well, now you almost have to be careful. Like, obviously, yes, take out people who say your name.
Mm-hmm.
And people will listen to Monet.
Yeah.
But you don't know how many people they said that to. Mm-hmm. And so you are risking people being like, oh, you know.
True.
The name that they were saying.
Yeah.
They're risking that, but they're going to go for the risk.
As I was watching this play out, first of all, Candace was like, we got to talk about this, right?
Yeah.
But it came from this place of, we're traitors, we're together, we're always going to be honest with each other. And I felt like there was a nuanced difference between that and like how someone like Suri would play the traitors, right? Where Suri, it would be very strategic when she brings up this information that so-and-so said your name. This didn't feel mega strategic to me. It just felt like, well, we've got to decide between these people, and Monet said your name, and so I guess let's do it. But I wish that I were seeing the traitors play a little bit more of an individual game. Of course, they have to play as a crew, but you ideally want to be the last traitor standing and win the pot all by yourself. So I hope we start to see their individual sort of games and strategies start to come forward in future episodes.
I hear you, but Lisa and Candace are housewives, and they're
a duo to the end, probably.
Sort of loyal thing that they will not play individually. It will be the two of them at least at the end. Whereas
you're right.
I believe we have already heard Rob be like, you know, like, I want to look out for them, but like, it's my game.
Well,
at the end of the day.
I want to see that.
Yeah.
Come to life.
So Rob might think about things a little bit more, although he's going to speak up here at the next turret. But I don't think that Candace and Lisa do think of it as an individual game.
I don't think they do.
It is a housewives game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Could never be that loyal. That's why.
But housewives haven't won yet on Traitors, right? So they're probably like, let's make housewives win this thing.
Who was in the Faithfuls last year? Last year, Faithfuls won.
It was Gabby, Dylan, the British guy, and was that it? Was it the three of them? There was a fourth, wasn't there?
Was there not a housewife?
MJ, they voted out at the end, didn't they? I'm mixing up the seasons.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, I'd have to go back and look, but I don't think a housewife has won.
Okay, interesting.
Or no, it was Dolores, so a housewife has won. The New Jersey housewife.
Dolores, yes.
Okay,
the
I
most
stand
loyal
corrected.
of all of them.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Okay, so regardless.
Okay,
we're going to go to breakfast.
breakfast.
Everybody's missing Tiffany at the breakfast. It's like still kind of somber. I'm kind of surprised. I guess people really were feeling that genuine emotion from her.
They should.
And Monet gets murdered. Somebody goes, she was the best dressed, and Rinna goes, one of the best dressed. Love her.
One of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one of them. But we kind of quickly, it's not really an eventful breakfast. We get some interesting castle talk. Kristen is starting to like come to life.
Yeah.
I'm noticing she seems smart, and she's saying things like, I'm really torn between like and trust. And I'm like, that's such a smart assessment of how this game works. Just because you like somebody doesn't mean you can trust them. Yeah. So she's like really trying to like read between the lines with these people. Michael Rappaport is hot on Colton, as he should be. As everybody should be.
Everyone should be.
Yes.
Doesn't that start at the breakfast, or is that later?
I have it
No,
in my...
it's later. Yeah, because it's like at a random time. Yeah. But, okay, yeah. So they go to the mission. Mm-hmm. The big thing about the mission is, as they're running back and forth, is if one person grabs a shield, it works like normal. But if nobody grabs a shield,
then they all have shields.
Then everyone is safe. There'll be no murder. And you have to think, easy peasy. Only a traitor would try to mess that up. Mm-hmm. There is no reason
Yeah.
Yet, we are going to proceed to see people be like, should we grab one?
Nobody trusts anybody.
No one trusts anybody.
Well, but it's especially players like Colton who are like, oh, just like playing so hard.
Yeah.
That it's like, this is actually insanely simple.
Yeah.
Just don't take it.
You just don't take one.
But everyone's like, but what if somebody else takes it?
What if someone else takes it?
And it's like, well, you know, I guess it's a bummer that there's going to be a murderer, but they're an easy banishment at the next round table.
Find out who that was.
Yeah.
And then banish them. Yeah, absolutely. Like, I know it's hard to trust people, but like, that's the game.
Mm-hmm.
No one take a shield. And if there is some sort of ramification, go with the consequences. Yeah. As in, that's clearly traitor behavior.
Right.
So we're going to leave and not know if anyone grabbed a shield.
Can I point out one thing before?
Please.
Johnny Weir got right in that water. Remember when he was afraid of water?
Tara said, ew, there's water. I don't like water.
I only like frozen water. And Johnny Weir said, I'm going to hop right in this fountain, shin deep, and reach my arm down elbow deep into the water.
I was like, David and I had a whole conversation about water versus frozen water. And Tara is like, she doesn't like water too.
Now she's afraid of water?
But like Johnny said, I'm on this game. I gotta conquer my fear of water.
Okay. He did.
He said, I heard David make fun of me.
Conquer it, he did.
I'm gonna hop in this fountain.
Yeah.
Half the housewives didn't even go in the fountain.
Yeah.
They were like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Get wet?
I know, my shoes are gonna get wet.
Wet.
Now, what do you think? Do you have any like thoughts about what happened? Because we saw 2 teams find 4 shields at the end.
The last 2 teams.
And that's really a moment where if it's one person grabbing a shield, I would never. Because the other people on my team would see me and I'd be in deep trouble.
Right.
But all 4 of us?
Yeah, well, I was like, great production. That's good producing.
Take a pause here and talk about it.
That's the way you get someone tempted to do it, is if all 4 of you can secretly get away with it. There was one group that had 2 housewives, right? Or 2 traitors. Candace and Lisa were on the same group. Is that correct?
Oh, I missed that. I wasn't tracking who was in
I
what
didn't
group.
write it down, so I might be wrong, if you guys remember. But I felt like Colton turned and it was Candace and Lisa, and they were like, whoa, Colton, yeah. Because Colton is like...
Yeah.
So I felt like that might be the only group that really did it. Because the other one, I think it was like Natalie, and she was worried.
Yeah.
But she's still a smart gamer that I think she'd ultimately be like, we can't do it.
Right. I think Natalie was like with Dorinda.
Okay. And
Michael.
Dorinda was like, oh, okay. Yeah. But I was like, they'll talk sense into them. I think this is just for the edit.
Yeah.
But the other one, I wasn't sure. I was like, Colton might have a shield.
He might have been swayed.
Yeah.
He might have been swayed. So then we go back to the castle, and Ron's questionable gameplay rears its ugly head again, where Dorinda's just sitting there. Ron comes in, and she doesn't really want to talk to him.
Yeah, she's like... Shh.
And he accuses her so assertively to her face, she doesn't know what to say. She's like...
Yeah, he's like... I know who I'm going for. You. And she's like, okay, why? That doesn't make sense. And he's like, I don't care.
Well, look.
It's you. I was like, Ron, are we auditioning for some role that I'm not aware
I do
of?
feel like Dorinda has not as aggressively as Candace at the round table, but she has been like, yeah, Ron, you're being weird.
Yeah.
So he's probably like, maybe he's thinking, I got to get rid of these people who keep coming after me. But I'm sort of at a loss as to what he's doing.
Hold on. So, Nikki, they did tell Rob that they didn't take shields, because I think Colton and Rob actually do trust each other. I don't think Colton is on to Rob at all. So I think he wouldn't lie.
Interesting.
So that is interesting.
Yeah. Okay. And then in the kitchen, meanwhile.
Oh, this is where it gets good.
Michael Rappaport sits down. For once, he's quiet.
Y'all, can we take a brief moment to talk about how Michael eats?
Let's do it.
Have you noticed?
No, please
Oh my
tell
God.
me.
Not only do I see it on the show, and boy, do the editors make sure we see it on the show.
Okay.
But there's so many memes. He, first off, uses his fork like a toddler. He's not holding a fork like a normal person. He's holding it like a toddler, and he puts the plate to his mouth. And he shovels it in. No joke. They have showed it multiple times in the edit where just a shot of him shoveling food into his mouth, cut to whatever's really happening. Like, the editors are like, did y'all see? Yes. Yes.
I need a think piece on this.
Yeah.
And I need an expose. I need an interview.
Yeah.
An in-depth interview.
Yeah, no, it's multiple times.
Oh my God. That's crazy.
I don't understand how a grown arse man eats like that. But anyway, he's just eating like a toddler.
He's minding his own business.
Minding his own.
First time this has happened the entire game. And Colton says, so Michael, does Alan change when he goes up to the turret? And Michael, like, literally is like, what?
And he, like, pauses to, like, laugh.
Yeah, right.
But Colton's like, no, I got you. I got you, didn't I?
No, and Michael's like, I think he's just like, are you
right.
serious?
Yeah. Because they did that to Michael earlier. They did that to him, like, last episode at the breakfast. They were like, so when you were walking on the trees, Michael.
Oh.
And he, like, laughed about it. Like, it is cute.
Yeah.
But the way that Colton just, like, stares daggers in your eyes and says it.
And he says,
we'll get a man boiled up.
Here's what I want you to know about me, Michael. If I miss, I shoot again.
No, Michael actually makes the most sense he's ever made in his life by saying, Colton, you embarrassed yourself last night.
100%.
You should be dialing it back. And Colton's like, no, I will dial it up.
Well, Michael says, however loud you're going to dial it, I will be louder.
Yeah.
And I will storm around this castle and say that you're an effing traitor.
Yeah.
And point fingers. And he has a full meltdown.
He does.
Going into the round table.
And the things I enjoy about Michael's meltdowns are that we get these confessionals where he's telling us, I'm fully aware that I am emotionally unstable.
I know what I'm doing.
And I blow up, and that usually doesn't help things. But this is who I am.
That's what I do.
And I'm like, how old are you? No change. We don't make
Never
changes. We're
gonna
self-aware,
change.
but we don't make changes.
No.
Got it. Okay.
So then we go to the round table, and Candace goes, should we address the shouting?
Should we? There was a thing. And they were like, yeah, we'll address it. Let's keep shouting right now.
I'm actually like, I mean, we know as longtime viewers of these kinds of shows that, like, everybody's talking a lot probably at the table, and we're only seeing, but they show Candace a lot at these round tables.
Yeah.
She's getting a lot of camera time.
She holds court.
Yeah. So she's not accusing anybody, but she's like, should we start here?
Should we start here? Why don't we start here? And so, I mean, Colton got Michael all worked up, you know.
Oh, and Michael's still worked up.
And Michael is going to do a pretty damn solid insult.
He says, nobody would be better at keeping a secret than you.
I said, ooh.
I literally...
Yeah.
I froze.
Yeah.
And I said, I know exactly what you're insinuating.
Oh, yeah. We all do.
Michael claims he doesn't know what he was insinuating.
No, of course. Immediately, he's like, what would I be saying?
Because I'm sure the air sucked out of the room.
Sucked out.
Because everybody gasped. And I think he realized, like, oh, oops.
These are the things. This is when
We're
I went
not
too
going to
far.
joke about that.
Yep, I stepped over. I said too much. Yeah. No, I mean, Colton, like, sat back. He was like, oh. And then cut to every gay man at the table, which, thankfully, we have a good chunk of them.
Yeah,
Remember
I know. It's a pretty gay
days-
season.
Remember the days when we had
One or
gay
two.
representation?
Yeah.
And thank goodness we have support.
Yeah, it's Jam, it's Johnny, Colton. I mean, Monet had been murdered.
I feel like we had one more.
Is it Natalie By? Am I mistaken?
I don't know. We had some lovely female allies who
Yeah,
also
definitely.
were shocked. But you could just feel how that was like, nope. That was a no. That was a
I mean,
hard
it
pass
was interesting to watch it play out because, I mean, maybe, look, you're not in a moment where you're trying to, like, really understand someone at a round table. You're attacking each other. So Colton grabbed it and was like, oh, this is what you meant by that. Mm-hmm. But he could have said, I'm sorry, what do you mean by that?
Yeah.
And made Michael verbalize it.
Yeah.
But it actually was maybe more effective to just be like, oh, wow, so you're telling me that because I was in the closet, I'm good at keeping secrets.
Yeah. I mean, he says something like 29 years.
Yeah.
You think that was fun?
Yeah.
And,
and Johnny immediately jumps to his defense.
It's as he's like Michael's now unraveling. Like he does not have a good response to this. The other people are like, no, that's not a thing you say.
Michael's like trying to blow past it by saying conniving over and over again and commiserating over and over again, to the point that Rob has to say, commiserate means you feel sorry for someone. Rob.
Who is
overalls,
beautiful,
snake wrangler,
and seemingly not that many brain cells, had to shut Michael Rappaport down for a definition.
I said,
oh dear,
I'm turned on.
Oh dear. You said what Johnny said. He was like, he's so hot I can't look at him. Yeah. Oh my God, he's hot. And he's like halfway smart.
Oh my God.
He was like, I'm sorry, y'all. I just can't listen to him yell this word incorrectly.
Yeah.
A 14th
You're driving me crazy.
Yes. Oh
and
my God.
And Michael's like, no, it doesn't mean that. And he's like, it does.
It does.
Please stop saying
Please stop using it incorrectly.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, again, Michael's not making a lot of sense. He has really just crossed the line. And people are now saying, like, you know what? Doesn't matter if you're a traitor.
It doesn't.
Because you're not a good faithful.
You're a mess.
We don't want to live in a castle with you.
It's a thing of like, I don't want you to win this game as a traitor, and I also don't want you to win this game as a faithful. So we might as well just see you out now. You're actually making this not fun.
Yeah.
Ron does jump in.
Oh, God.
And he's like, Dorinda, I don't care about your family. I don't care about any of that. You're a traitor. I was like, Ron, what is going on?
I was like, Ron, again, you don't need to lead the charge.
For a couple episodes now, Ron has been like, who, me? I go where I'm loved.
Yeah.
And I don't know, everybody just came for me so hard because I thought Miss Donna was the faithful. And now he's like, F your family, Dorinda.
Yeah.
I don't want to get to know any of you because I'm here to win. I'm like, when did you become this character?
I know. I was like, oh, he's not had his phone. He's been trapped in Scotland. This is what happens. He's lost his mind after just like 4 episodes. Yes. Oh, poor
But Natalie's like, no. We're voting Michael. He's a mess. Yeah. She's literally sitting right next to Michael. Yeah. And she's like, we're going to vote Michael, everybody.
Yeah, she's like, this, I don't want to be around anymore.
And Michael melts down again.
Everybody's like, yeah, we're on board with voting him out. Let's just do it. And they're going to pretty much...
The vote is a little more split. I mean, Ron gets like 5 votes.
Really?
Which I was kind of surprised. Like, Lisa, Rinna, Candace, Dorinda.
And Lisa are like, we're not getting rid of Michael.
Yeah.
They're genuinely
he's the most brilliant shield.
Yeah. He is, but like to a point, guys.
I know.
To a point.
And then Dorinda, Michael, and Steven all voted for Ron. But the rest are for Michael, and nobody cares when he announces that he's a faithful.
They're like,
get out.
Great. Okay. So you weren't? Okay. Fantastic.
See you never.
Yeah. I mean, he shouldn't have ever been cast. I don't know what that was about. But they got him out.
I'm very interested to see what happens because Colton is becoming a target among the faithfuls.
Yeah.
We get a very brief castle segment before the turret, but Kristen is still on Colton. She's kind of convinced that like there's a hunk in the turret, whether it's Rob or Steven or Colton. But Kristen's coming for Colton. We see this like kind of group that has Johnny Weir, Tara Lipinski. They're all like, yeah, maybe Colton is a problem. Colton thinks it's Lisa. And Rob tells Lisa in the turret that Colton was coming for her.
Okay, so Colton, hot on Tiffany, fails. Attacks Michael. It's not accurate.
And
then he's like, not 2 minutes after he's exited the door, he's like, all right, here's my next one.
You know who I've been tracking the entire game?
Zip it, sir. Zip it.
Literally.
But I'm like, oh, well, now
he's right.
Yeah, now you're right, and now you're in trouble because Rob is sitting right there being like, oh. But this was interesting because Colton's like, who is it, Dorinda? He's like, Dorinda?
He's like, is Lisa acting weird? And she's like, she's never this quiet.
Never this quiet.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Dorinda? Mm-hmm. Flag on the play, like, you've noticed?
And you haven't said anything?
But she's like,
Housewife.
I'm
not accusing Rinna.
No way.
Not going to do it. Here's what I think is going to happen. I think they can't murder.
Because no one took a shield.
And I think Colton, it's going to become this like Lisa versus Colton thing at the round table in the next episode.
Now, people said Lisa's name like from the get-go, just like you would say a gamer's name. Like Lisa Rinna is the type of person who could be a traitor.
And remember when she was recounting what happened in the forest? Everyone was like, she's doing a lot.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's like, she's not doing enough.
What was the thing that, and I don't remember who it was, but they were like, oh, but she said, great story. She said the axe or whatever.
Yeah, right.
And Colton's like, yeah, don't you think she would have more details as a traitor?
Because she saw it 3 times. Yeah.
Because she had to prepare her story. No one else was really preparing their story. They experienced it and they were like terrified. And then they went to sleep. Yeah. And so then they're just going to naturally recount it the next day. One person had to practice.
Yeah.
One person was overly prepared.
Right.
I mean, it could have been more than one, but we know it was one. So, Colton has dug himself a grave, and Rob does. He's honest. Like you were talking earlier, he could have held on. But he says it. And this is way more damning than Monet just whispering to Candace. This is in front of multiple people, and Dorinda confirmed, you're quiet.
Yeah.
That's troubling.
Here's what's going to be interesting. Like, Rob can help Lisa in the turret here, and like, if they can murder Colton, then they murder Colton, and he's helped her. I don't think he can help her at the round table. If Colton comes for Lisa at the round table,
Rob can't
Rob
say a
and
damn
Candace have to stay silent or pile on.
Well, you know that
save themselves.
Candace will be like, have we forgotten about Ron?
Now look, consistency is key.
Yes. She's like, I still need you guys. We haven't voted Ron out yet. I hear what you're saying. I think that, I think at this point, if Colton comes for Lisa at the round table, people can be like, Colton, love you, bud, but you're 0 for 2.
Yeah, in a row.
So can we still go to Ron? And, I don't feel like that's suspicious. If people are like, I'm not so sure.
But I think they're going to say, Colton, you're 0 for 2, and we think you're a traitor.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
Take him out.
And I think they're going to take him out. Or try.
I would much more enjoy that because he's playing so hard. Like, you just can't keep him in the castle. You have to murder him or banish him.
Yeah. He's going to take down too many faithfuls.
Yeah.
In his search for the traitors. And he doesn't obviously have a good enough eye for traitors.
Right. Yeah. So, I'm sure that if they can't murder, which we kind of think they probably can't, if they can murder, do you think they're going to do Colton?
Yeah.
Yeah. But if they can't, they're going to spend the whole day planting seeds that Colton
and look, I think
sus.
They're going to have a captive audience because Kristen, Johnny, Tara Lipinski, these people are already talking about Colton, and I'm sure there's more. So I don't think it's going to be a hard thing to rally energy for, but Colton's got the Dorinda thing, and he'll use that as look, Dorinda said XYZ, so he may be able to do something. Who was it
that said, I think it's one of the hunks? Was that Kristen? I thought it was a guy. Kristen said it was one of the hunks.
It was Kristen and Michael were talking about it.
And Michael. Oh, yeah, Michael. Yeah. Because they put Rob,
Steven.
Eric, and Steven?
No, Rob, Steven, and Colton.
And they were saying those are the hunks, and it's got to be one of them. And
which they're right.
They are right. I don't know if it's because they're hunks, but
yeah.
I was like, oh, that's the first and probably only time anyone's going to be suspicious of Rob. I think Rob...
Oh, he's playing an excellent game.
...is good to go.
Yeah.
So hopefully they go to Colton first on that hunk train.
Yeah.
I am definitely ready for Rob.
Yeah.
But I do want to see Lisa and Candace be under attack a little bit.
I know. I want a little heat on them.
Yeah.
We have not really seen heat on the traitors yet, except for Donna Kelsey.
And they can handle themselves.
Oh, yeah.
I want to see what they do. Yeah.
Me too.
All right, so this week we're back to just one
episode.
Not back, but yeah, we're going to start one episode per week. So we'll still be here on Mondays recapping those episodes. Thank you to everybody who was here live in the chat.
And if you're joining us later, let us know how you feel about Colton's sort of, it's a little messy gameplay, I would say, but effective. He got Tiffany and Michael out. How do you feel about Tiffany going? How do you feel about Michael going? And who do you think is next? In terms of, do you think they can murder?
Yeah,
who do you think the next banishment is?
Did anyone actually take a shield?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, we'll see you guys next time. Thank
See
you.
you then.
Bye.
Bye-bye.